is the newest Pixar film that is out from Disney and Pixar, and it stars the voice talents of Chris Pratt, Tom Holland, and they play two brothers who are trolls. These two brothers are named Ian and Barley, and they live in a fantasy world where magic was once very prominent, but society has developed into using modern technology. When a spell is able to bring their dead father back for only one day, the two brothers set out on a quest to make this reality happen. Complicating matters, though, is the spell, which is already half complete, so they have to drag the lower half of their father along with them. This is honestly the perfect movie to watch with your brother if you have a brother, especially if that brother is an older brother. This shows the true loyalty and brotherly camaraderie that is present in any sibling relationship. It definitely shows a bit of a sibling rivalry, but the most important thing here is that it shows the brotherly bond and how much siblings mean to each other's lives. I have an older brother. This movie resonated very well with me because he's always on the lookout for me. He's always making sure I'm trying to do the right thing. He's also always there for me when I need him. So this definitely really resonated with me as well. Tom Holland and Chris Pratt as the two brothers, they're perfect. Their voices work perfectly in this movie. I mean, they have great chemistry. They bounce off each other very well. I mean, the voices feel very comfortable being near each other. It's just great voice work, and a lot of that has to do with their work in the MCU together. I mean, we have obviously Chris Pratt who plays Star-Lord and Tom Holland who plays Spider-Man. They're in the same cinematic universe, so it's just cool to see more Marvel actors team up like this and do something completely different in a movie. This is also a very heartfelt movie. It's got a very original story that I think actually worked more than I thought it was going to, and it tugs at your heartstrings at times. It's a very emotional story, and it's a story where you're just like, yes, I hope you achieve that goal. It's one of those movies. We have to talk about the animation too, because this is by far the best looking Pixar movie that has been released to date. They just keep getting better and better with this animation. Smooth animation, the littlest details are what just completely blows my mind. Oh my god, these movies now just look so photorealistic. If I have any problems with Onward, it's that it does take a bit to get going. I felt as if the story was just taking too much of its time. It's a road trip movie, so it just seemed like, oh, we're on a pit stop. All right, let's move away from here. We're on another pit stop. Let's move away from here. It felt like a good chunk of time had actually passed before we got into the actual main plot or main quest, as you would put it, of the movie. The road trip element helps to pass the time, and we get some characters along the way that I thought were actually really funny. I think there's too much time devoted to downtime. Sometimes it feels a bit slow, feels a bit boring. But when we're actually doing the quest stuff, when we're actually on the road with these two brothers and stuff is actually going down, that's when it's the most interesting. I feel like the movie also just didn't make the most of its fantasy elements. They try to explain that this world once took place in this fantastical, mythical land, and now they have developed into modern technology like we have. It just felt too similar to our world. And I think that that's kind of why I don't like Pixar movies like Cars. I just can't resonate with them. For me, it's just weird seeing creatures using our technology and stuff like that. I know it's happened like Zootopia. I think I could get away more with that because it's actually animals. In this, it's mythical beasts and mythical creatures. So it doesn't always work that they seem to be in our world rather than a mythical, far-off world. I think that the movie actually would have worked better if it didn't take place in like modern times with instead of humans, you replace them with these mythical creatures. I don't think it blends well together with this movie. It's not something that completely kills the movie. It's just, I think it would have benefited more if they had stayed in a fantastical or mythical setting for this movie. And I feel like because it was trying to explain a lot about its mythical and fantasy world, some characters were introduced that got a little lost in the shuffle, or either forgotten about. But at the end of the day, I won't say that this is one of Pixar's weakest films. I'm not going to say it's one of their best films. I think that this is middle tier Pixar. It's definitely way better than the Cars movies. The Good Dinosaur I thought was awful, and I wasn't huge on Brave. I think this is right in the middle. I think this is middle tier Pixar, and I can't wait to see what Pixar's got next. They got Soul coming out later this year, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to say you and your brother are really going to enjoy Onward if you both have that huge buttery bucket of popcorn. Yeah, definitely check this movie out with your brother. I think that you both will really like this. I think it'll resonate with you more. It doesn't really resonate well with only children, I don't think. Or I don't think it will, I should say. But that's my review for Onward. Stay tuned for more reviews coming very soon. I do have a Bond review coming on Monday. Those are probably going to be on a month-to-month basis now since the movie got pushed back. I'm obviously wearing the shirt, so yeah, the movie got pushed back to November. Month-to-month basis with those probably. But stay tuned for more reviews coming very soon. I will leave my link to my website in the description below. There you will find all my links to my social media accounts. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I'll see you at the movies somewhere.